I learned a story about a saint whose name is Charbel. Charbel was a Lebanese monk who was in the Maronite Rite. We have a Maronite Rite church on Cleveland Maslin Road. I've been there, but I forgot the name of it. And the beautiful story about Saint Charbel is this. This holy monk discerned to be a hermit, and he practiced being a hermit for 23 years. Now, when you're out there in a little hermitage for 23 years, just some of the brothers attended to him. I don't know that he was all that well known at all for his holiness, but to make a long story short, Charbel died. He was to be buried on Christmas morning. They didn't even have enough people coming because there was a storm in Lebanon that Christmas Day. And so the priest had to help his pallbearers. There was hardly anybody there. Okay, they buried him. A little bit later, people noticed this strange glow coming from this tomb, this light. When people approached it, they began to get healed in so many ways. Well, as Catholics do, we uncovered that body. He was exhumed. Now, I don't remember how many years it was after he had died that his body was exhumed, but it was exhumed in 1950. When they got his body out of the grave, it was fresh. It was perspiring. There was some blood. It was like he just died. They reburied him. They undug his tomb in 1955. It was fresh. There was some sweat. There was blood. They reburied him. They dug him out in 1965. His body was fresh. There was sweat. There was blood. His liver. A sign of the resurrection. Pope Paul VI beatified, and then he was canonized there was 3 fantastic miracles because of Charbel. Why does he capture my imagination? Well, I'm sure he had the temptation to wonder as he prayed all alone out there, so many hours. What am I doing? Am I forgotten? Even though he was called to that life, I'm sure he must have felt lonely sometimes. And then there's nobody even there, hardly at his funeral. And then later, many, many people came in to get healed near his body. The kingdom of heaven is like the treasure that captures someone's heart. And out of joy in finding that treasure, you're willing to sell everything else to get that treasure. Charbel had to somehow be captured by something. That's the grace that Jesus is talking about. He doesn't know how to say, God gets you. But if you're open, God gets you. And if God gets you, it's this hidden thing in your soul that eventually, out of joy, you'll give up everything else to live in that treasure, to get more of that treasure. And so that's why he tells this short parable, which is my favorite one in the gospel. Somebody finds a treasure in a field. Obviously, it's not his field, so it's not his treasure. Could you imagine what a fool it must have looked like when Dad sold everything they had to get an empty field. He sold everything he had. He didn't tell the guy who owned the field there's a treasure there. He found a treasure box, I'm not telling you. I bet that guy was mad. He buys the field, I'm rich. Undigs the treasure, there it is. He might have an empty field, but he's wealthier than he's ever been. Jesus says that's what it's like with God. We can, little by little, if we find that treasure, you want it more. You want it more. You want to buy the field, and you're willing to let go of everything else. Other desires melt away. Because you find that what blocks joy and peace with God is when you don't keep your eye on the treasure. Now, the treasure is perfectly received, of course, in the next life, but you can't wait for that. God wants to give us the treasure now. God's given us the treasure now. And the treasure's right inside of us. But what blocks the joy? All the things we want to hold on to so we don't buy the field. All the things we got in our old house. All that stuff. I know because I'm uncluttering myself. It seems like there's so many things you have, and there's a couple ways you get stuff. I can't let go of that because so-and-so gave it to me. Or that's a good memory. Or here's the biggest one of all. It might come in useful. Oh yeah, yes, for the last 2 years. I didn't even know I had it. Right? But even more inside our hearts, there's things we hold on to that cause us stress. You know, things we can't control in everyday life, people we can't control, things that we want to be a certain way. All that stuff gets in the way, and we won't know what the stuff is that we need to get rid of and sell to buy the treasure unless we look inside and say, God, what's interrupting my peace? What's interrupting my relationship with you? I think that's why God rewarded Solomon so much. I don't want all that stuff. Of course, he had all he wanted and more. But I don't want all that stuff, God. I want to do what's right. I want to understand what pleases